Hello everyone, welcome back in biology class. As you people are knowing that this is the biology class for class 9th biology, and today our topic is nucleus. Dear students, this diagram takes some time and video become longer. That's why I drawn it earlier. Okay. Nucleus is a most conspicuous and largest organelle of eukaryotic cell. It is centralized in animal cell, while it is pushed to periphery due to presence of large vacuole in the plant cell. Okay. A deeply stained nucleus. Stained. Do you know? Stainer are the substances which are used to color the cell and its content so that they become visible. Otherwise, cell and its contents are transparent and we can't see them under the microscope. So there is a need of stain, and that stain can be methylene blue or safranine. Okay. So these are the stainers. Perhaps you remember that whenever we whitewash our houses, we use a liquid. In that, whitewash means lime, that is the stainer. Okay, it gives color. Okay, so this stainer methylene blue or safranine is used before observing the nucleus under the microscope, and we can observe the nucleus. We can see the nucleus under compound microscope in cheek squamous cell. Cheek squamous cell, or in the cell of onion bulb. Perhaps you see the cell of onion bulb in your previous class. So these peel of onion bulb is stained under the safranine or methylene blue, and they are then mount on the slide and observe under the microscope, and we are able to see the nucleus. But this ultra fine structure of nucleus is only visible under electron microscope. And you also know that nucleus is discovered by Robert Brown, and it was the year of 1831. Nucleus discovered by Robert Brown. Most of the cells have only one nucleus, but there are some cells which have different number of nucleus. These cells can be called as the mononucleate, like WBC in our body. Okay, there are some cells which are binucleate, like the protozoan cell. You can take the example Paramecium caudatum. Okay. Multinucleate also. Multinucleate, like the skeletal muscle cell. Okay, so most of the eukaryotic cells have the single nucleus, but some are called mononucleate, that is the WBCs, single nucleus. Anucleated are also those do not have the nucleus, A nucleate, like RBCs. Okay, RBCs. Mononucleate that have only one nucleus, binucleate that have the two nucleus, and multinucleate, many nucleus more than two, and anucleate without nucleus. So there are different types of cells, and methylene blue or methyl orange can be used to stain the nucleus. Okay, now let us talk about the parts of the nucleus. Parts of the nucleus. Generally, nucleus composition, if we talk composition, so it has about 80% of protein, 12% DNA full name deoxyribonucleic acid, 5% RNA ribonucleic acid, and about 3% lipids. This is the composition of nucleus. Okay, what? 80% protein, 12% DNA, 5% RNA, and 3% of lipid is present in nucleus. A nucleus at rest is generally spherical in shape. Nucleus is spherical in shape when it is at rest. Okay, its shape can be varied when it is preparing for division. Okay, now the parts of the nucleus, that is first part, nuclear envelope or karyotheca. Second is nucleoplasm या nuclear sac or karyolymph. Third is chromatin material. Fourth is nuclear matrix. See here, this inner membrane, this is one more, that is the nucleolus. Nucleolus. Okay, this is nucleolus. Okay, this pore is nuclear pore. Nuclear envelope are three. Okay, this is outer membrane, inner membrane, and perinuclear space. Okay, see carefully. See here, if we talk here, it is outer membrane. This inner side is inner membrane, and in between the fluid filled space, in between there is the fluid filled space, and this is the called perinuclear perinuclear space, and this all three make the nuclear envelope. This all three make the nuclear envelope. Okay, this is the nuclear pore, this is the nucleolus. This crisscrossed is the chromatin material. Okay, chromatin material. Now nuclear sac, this is nuclear sac or nucleoplasm. Okay, this is endoplasmic reticulum. Which type of it is? Smooth. And here, see here, this is RER. That means rough endoplasmic reticulum. Space is less. RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum. These granule-like structures are ribosome. This granule-like structure are ribosome. Okay. Now let's nuclear pore. Once again I am repeating the name. This outer membrane. One is the inner membrane. This one is inner membrane. Afterward, there is a space between the membrane, that is perinuclear space, fluid filled space, and afterward there is the outer membrane. So these three components, outer membrane, perinuclear space and inner membrane, make the nuclear envelope. Okay, nuclear sac or nucleoplasm is this material, liquid material, fluid filled space. Chromatin material, this thread-like structure. Nuclear pore, there is the nuclear pore. Okay, and these granule-like structure are ribosomes, and these systems, membrane bound system, is called endoplasmic reticulum. These are rough and smooth, both type. Okay. Now the nuclear envelope form the boundary of nucleus, and the nuclear pore is in contact with the cytoplasm to exchange the materials. This nuclear sac or nucleoplasm is the reservoir of nucleus. It contains many type of materials like enzymes, proteins, ions, many more things, metallic ions, all these things. This form the surrounding environment. Chromatin material are the made up of DNA and protein. They are suspended while the nucleus is at rest, but they are appeared as insoluble, aggregate as insoluble crisscross thread, and when the nucleus is preparing for divide, and these are aggregated in the form of ribbon-like structure, that is called the chromosome, when cell is about to divide. Okay. Nuclear matrix is also a crisscross structure, that is from one end to another end. This provides the shape to the nucleus. And nucleolus is rich in ribosome and protein, that is a spherical and non-membranous structure. This do not have the membrane. Okay, so this is the nucleolus, dark stained spherical body at one side of the nucleus. Okay, this is rich in rich in ribosome and protein. Okay, so this is the structure of and part of the nucleus. Now let's talk about the function of nucleus. It controls the metabolic activities of the cell. Metabolic activities I made you understand earlier. Metabolism all type of chemical reactions in the cell, catabolism, anabolism. So it controls the metabolic activities of the cell. Second is it help in the growth of cell by directing the synthesis of structural proteins. Okay, that is the function of nucleus. Third function is it takes part in synthesis of protein. It takes part in the synthesis of protein in ribosome. Structural protein it synthesizes to regulate the growth of cell, and it also synthesizes the ribosomes. Third is it regulates the cell cycle. Cell cycle is the new cell formation from previous cell, that complete structure, complete stages are called the cell cycle. So it regulates the cell cycle. Besides this, nucleus also store the hereditary information and help in transferring of these information that are present at the gene to the next generation. Okay, so this is all about the nucleus at your level. Hope you will able to understand. Watch the video again and again. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much for watching.